So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you're fully able to automate your customer support for your company. Now, why would you want to do this? Well, there is a couple of big reasons why you would want to do this. First is customer satisfaction. Now that your customers are getting support immediately and they don't have to wait on the phone for 15, 20 minutes to get a response, the customer is going to be way more happy. Second thing is it's way easier to convey your message over a phone call than actually typing out a message and chatting back and forth. So those are the two big reasons why you would want to do this. And the third, this is the biggest reason why most companies are now switching 95% of their customer support to AI agents is pricing. AI agents are way cheaper than humans, they act better than humans, and they are more consistent than humans. So all of this combined makes a really good customer experience and keeps your clients for longer, all while being way cheaper. Now let's get into the video. I'm going to be showing you how you're fully able to create your own customer support agent, how you're fully able to demo this, and how you're able to start getting people to call your customer support agent and talk with it directly. The software that we're going to be using for this is going to be Retail AI. We're going to also use Vappy AI for one cool thing that I'm going to show in the video, but we're mainly going to use Retail AI because Retail AI's reply rate is way faster than Vappy's oftentimes, and it's just easier to get stuff up and running through Retail AI. Although Vappy is way more customizable, Retail AI just makes it super easy to get a AI agent up and running. So let's get into it and I'll show you exactly how you're able to get this AI agent up and running directly through Retail AI. So yeah, let's get into the video. I'm going to be showing you how you're able to do this directly through Retail AI, how you're able to get all of these customer support agents up and running. And then for the last part, I'm going to be showing you how you're able to get this up with Vappy AI and how you're able to connect Vappy AI to your website as a talk to agent button. So yeah, let's just get into it. So the first thing we're going to do is log into Retail AI. Once you're logged in, create an agent. You're going to either create a conversation flow agent, single prompt agent, multi-prompt agent. Either one works. I usually go with single prompt agent to start testing everything. Once everything's out of testing, we go to the multi-prompt agent just so that we have an agent that follows all the rules and won't hop out of the rules. Conversational flow is really good. It just takes a longer time to develop and make it follow your rules. But we're just going to go with single prompt for this video. And then we're going to start from blank. And then we are going to use GPT-4o. We're not going to use GPT 4.1 mini yet, just because in my experience with testing around with multiple different clients of mine, GPT-4.1 hallucinates a lot, and that's not really good for an AI agent at all. So you want a more tested LLM model, and GPT-4o right now is the best LLM out there for voice AI, in my opinion. GPT 4.1, give it 2-3 months and it's gonna get to that level of being really good. It's just right now it hallucinates way too much because it is a newer model. Although in some regards it is better than GPT 4.0, but just because of that hallucination, it just makes it way worse. Although it is cheaper, I wouldn't recommend it. So we're gonna use GPT 4.0, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the functionality of end call. The reason why we're going to add this functionality is because if we don't add this, then the AI agent cannot end the call and it will rely on the user to end the call. And if the user sits on the phone and does nothing for 30 minutes, you're going to pay for that 30 minutes. If that happens too much, that's going to add up and get really expensive. The second thing that we're going to add over here is we're going to come over to call settings and add a duration of the call. Max call duration right now is an hour, but we can bring that up to basically 2 hours. We're going to keep it to 30 minutes though, because these customer support calls are not made to be too long, at least for what we're going to create. End calls on silence is going to be 10 minutes, but we're going to reduce it down to around 1 minute. And the reason why it would end call on silence is because if the user stops talking for a minute, it will just end that call, because then that means it's just a useless call. And then we're not going to enable voicemail detection because this is not made for outbound calls. This is just made for inbound calls. And then we are going to enable multilingual right here. So now it will be able to talk in basically any language that is on this list over here: Romanian, Hungarian, Spanish, French, all of those languages it will be able to talk in. Then we're going to come over here and we use Kate. This is my favorite voice from retail. And then we are going to make this that the AI begins with a dynamic message at the beginning of the call. So now we're going to go to ChatGPT. We're going to go to my AI script agent. This is something I developed for my company. It writes one of the best scripts out there. I just put in all of the scripts that I've wrote over the years for AI agents into my own customized ChatGPT. Now it writes scripts super fast. We're going to write into this block. So we're going to create a go high level customer support agent that receives calls from customers. We're just going to wait for the AI to respond with a full AI script. So now that we have the script done, we are going to copy and paste this. Number one, come over here, and then we'll go back to Retail AI and paste that. Boom. Now we have our script done for the agent. Now we're going to add a knowledge base because we can't add the whole knowledge base into the prompt. We're first going to label this go high level. And then we'll go to knowledge base. We're going to create our own knowledge base, search up go high level, copy this, paste that right here, and add our web page right here. Add, it's going to search for all the sitemaps. It's searching right now. We're going to save that. We're only allowed with 300. What we're going to do is click on that and then click on the major ones that we need. Because of the sake of this video, we're not going to click on all of them, all 300, but we'll click on some. So click save like that. And then this is going to be go high level and then auto sync every 24 hours and then click save. So now this is going to upload the 15 pages. This is going to take around a minute or two to fully upload. This will happen every single 24 hours. This is always going to update. So we're just going to wait for it to upload. Once it's uploaded, we're going to add this to our knowledge base for the AI agent. So now that we just synced to go high level, we're going to come back to our agents, and then we are going to go to our customer support folder. Then we're going to add our knowledge base right here, and then boom. Now we have our full knowledge base connected, and now we can connect up to 300 web pages to our single knowledge base. And you're able to add multiple different knowledge bases here. It's just per knowledge base, you're able to add 300 web pages. So now that is done, we have a multilingual agent, we have a really good voice, we have a really good LLM. The next thing that we are able to do is either add a booking functionality or come over here to phone numbers and connect it to one of our phone numbers. So whenever someone calls in, it would connect to this phone number and call. Now, a question that a lot of people ask now is, okay, I can buy a phone number directly through here, but I don't want to switch my number on my website at all. How do we fix it so that that number on my website stays the same, but this number could respond to the calls? So the way we're going to do that is we're going to go to Twilio, and we are going to create a Twilio flow. So let's do that really quick. So now once you're in Twilio, you're going to go to flow over here, and then you're going to click on manage flows. Sometimes Twilio does glitch out a bit, so you're going to have to search it up a couple of times. But once you find that, we're going to create a new flow, and then we're going to label this YouTube flow. And then we're going to click next, and then click next over here. And then we are going to click connect call. Flow is up to date. Then we're going to click on connect call to. And then we can either connect this via SAP or we can connect it to a phone number. So we're just going to connect it to a phone number. So it's going to be single number. And then we're going to add our number over here. Okay, that's just a test number. And then we're going to click save. And then that's basically it. So that's the test number that we're able to connect it to. And then all the incoming calls will be connected to this number over here. Now, the last thing that you'll have to make sure in Twilio is that when you do that, that the phone numbers are connected directly to this. So you're going to click on manage phone numbers, click on your phone number over here, scroll down, click on studio, click on Studio Flow, then click on your YouTube Flow, and then click Save at the bottom. And then boom, now you're having all the calls that come in from a Twilio number directly to here. But another question that may pop up is what happens if I don't use Twilio, I'm using my own provider like T-Mobile or something like that. Well, it's super simple to create a function with your telecom provider to add a forwarding flow for all inbound calls. You're literally able to do it off your iPhone or Android phone. It's basically the same type of workflow like it is in Twilio. Now, that's how you're able to fully create your own customer support agent with Retail AI. Now, if you want to do this with Vappy and you're wanting to have a click to support agent right on your website, that's also super simple to do. What you're able to do is go to the Vappy website and you're able to click on open dashboard. You're of course going to have an account, but it's basically going to look like this. So you're going to open your dashboard, then you're going to click on assistant over here. Assistant to yours, but we're just going over our test assistants. And then you're going to be able to come to this part over here, and then you're going to be able to come to docs and support over here, ask AI for the code to create a talk to AI button. So here is the code that you're going to be able to use. So you're just literally going to copy this. You're going to go to your code editor. We're going to use Cursor for our code editor, and then we're going to paste our code into Cursor over here just like this. And then it's going to be super simple. What we're going to do, we're going to snatch our assistant ID over here. We're going to paste that right here, just like that. And then to find your API key, you're going to come over here to org settings, API keys, and then public API key. Then you're going to copy this and then paste it over here. And then you're going to be able to copy this full code and directly put it onto an embedded link on your website. This will just run within a click of a button. Super simple to do. You're able to do it with any website editor out there, like Go High Level's website editor, ClickFunnels website editor, WordPress website editor, all of them. So it's super simple to do. I don't really have to go into the specifics because all you have to do is copy this code, put in your API key over here and your assistant ID over here, and then it will be working instantly. That's how you're able to fully set up your customer support agents for your website and phone numbers. If you need any other help, feel free to leave your questions in the comment section. Feel free to click the link in the description and either join my newsletter or my Telegram. And if you want to implement this type of customer support agent into your company or any different types of AI agents into your company, feel free to book a call at sympana.com.